Hey everybody, in today's video we'll show how to dual home an ESXi host, and this really applies to people who have hosted ESXi servers. You can see I have two hosted ESXi servers, the two Orion servers, and this is the unofficial announcement that the EOSIP project is back in business again. I really don't announce things very well, do I? But you see these two hosts are online. They both have routers and their own internal networks. Both these two can talk to one another. They have two different subnets, but both their routers have been bridged, as well as they have both been bridged back to the local data center. So now there's basically a nice big old ring of connection of all these hosts. So all these guys are all accessible, but keeping in mind with ESXi, these hosts are hosted, so therefore they have their own IP addresses that are on the public internet, which of course you want those, so that way if shit goes wrong, you can of course get back into it via the management port on that side. But the issue is that you have to go through the internet all the time to get to the interface. That's a problem, especially when you're dealing with connections that don't seem like to stay proper in vCenter, being a little bit of a dick that it is. So you want to have an internal management VM NIC, which I've done. I've created this one right here on the local network, which is 10.2.0.240. This one is on the local network on the local subnet via pfSense. Now, the issue is that what if you're on the other network? If I'm coming from this side and I want to connect to that server and connect to that to one of these servers and remotely management. Well, guess what happens? You have this little nasty problem that comes called the default gateway being different. It will not allow you to do, because the default gateway on these two obviously do not match, and you do not want to change the default IP. You don't want to change the TCP/IP configuration and go into change the actual IP stack and change the DNS, the gateway there, because as soon as you change that, this one becomes no longer manageable, and I mean you better hope that host don't go down, because you're not going to get access back into it. If you don't have it, if you're running blindly like my hosts are, where I do not have direct access to the host, you're going to be kind of fucked trying to get back into it. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to dual home it using routes. So to show you this working, was easy to show because this guy, there's two vCenter servers. This one being this is hosted on this guy, and it's actually using this the main framework manager as the the embedded platform manager, whatever you call it, the platform host, whatever you call it, that with vCenter. So this one's pretty much just a stub, and is basing itself off of that one. But the issue is that I did not want to make a third vCenter server and a third data center just to control the other hosts. So I wanted these guys to talk to one another, so that way this guy can manage that one. So simple to do, and I'll show you that. You can see right here, 10.2.0.240. And this one's actually 140 because I fucked up and I thought I broke it, but I just had the wrong IP address. You'll notice, there we go. You'll notice that we're coming from right here. This is 10.1.0.20, which is host number 2, and hit 10.2.0.20. That's on host number 1. I know the IPs are backwards, and I really can't. I actually at this point can't change them around, unfortunately, because of I've already got domain controller stood up, and it's a little too late to be doing that type of shit. But anyway, what you're going to want to do, let's see, now I can show you this, show you that we cannot access the other one. So we try to access 10.1.0.240, which is the other one. You will see that it will mindlessly wander and not be able to contact it, even though they are of course bridged. They are working, they of course can contact it, but it cannot contact the other host, because it has, even though it may be able to get to the host has no fucking clue how to contact back. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open up a SSH terminal. Make sure you have SSH enabled on the host, and you obviously created the VM kernel adapter. I can do it from, of course, this data center because they're bridged, so I should have no problem contacting. I should have a problem contacting. I'm dumb. That's not going to work. Duh. So what I'm going to have to do is I have to real quick figure out what the fuck the IP. Actually, I don't need to. I have a DNS server. Duh. It seems like my mouse has gone rogue and is all over the place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and figure out real quick what the IP address of that host is, which I think it's 1. So in TRFX, here it is. Nope, it's 2 actually. We're trying to I get confused because the IPs are like backwards, and I just have to remember the IPs are backwards, which is really going to fuck me. So I might as well just rename them and just change the things that can be changed and make them just reverse the order of the host, which would make more sense, obviously. So we're going to SSH to the host, and I'm going to click yes, and I got to get the window over there. And I have to copy the password from my password manager, because I have no clue what it is. It's a long ass password. ESXi, and we're gonna go from ESXi, copy password, paste it, enter. Now that we've done that, we are now actually logged into that ESXi host. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to run a very specific command. You're going to run ESX CLI network. I can't. You're going to tell you what it is, and I'm not going to type it out because that's going very badly. So ESX config ESX CLI space network IP space route IPv4 add dash double dash gateway, and then you're going to put in the gateway of course the network that you're running on. So in my case, this is a 10.1 network. It's going to be 10.1.0.254, and then you're going to put in the double dash network, which if I can get it, I hate how Putty doesn't use the network. So double dash network, and then you're going to put in the network address. That being the network that you're trying to access, that being 10.2.0.0/24. Now you will have to do this to every single network, no matter if they're on that gateway or not. So yeah, I have to do this for all the network. If I want to get access from the production network, I have to also add it, but I'm not going to. So adding that, now we should be able to refresh this page, and we should now be able to get access to it from another network, even though it's not within its routing domain, and we're basically getting around the issue of having to change the default gateway just to get access by another daggone network. So now you should have basically technically we're dual home, but this configuration is not final. What you need to do now is you need to go and type in. Go ahead first, copy this command, and then do vi/etc rc.local. It's not dot. rc.local.d, and then go to local.sh. Come up here, push the I key for insert, double down insert. I can't go too far back. Paste that. Now I actually have to copy this and go to the top and paste it because Putty is being a dick lately. And then escape. I'm going to delete that line. Double D. And then you type in semicolon WQ to write quit. So now that means that when the host reboots, if it were to reboot, the route will automatically be added, so that way vCenter can get access to it again. And that's pretty much it. Now you should be able to dual home your hosts and not have any more issues of trying to access these hosts just because they're on different networks and all that bullshit. So anyway, that's about it, and I will see you guys in the next video.